Welcome to day 6 of the NCL Jade Mexican Riviera from San Diego to Cabo San Lucas and beyond. Well, this is the final day. It's going to be an at-sea day as we barrel towards San Diego, but there's still lots that we can do on this final day, including some dining, going to the CruiseNext desk, and overall just saying goodbye to the ship and the friends we met along the way.
It's day 6 on our cruise from San Diego to the Mexican Riviera, and it's very windy, and the ship's moving around a lot. Not all days are pleasant days on the sea, although there's nothing to worry about. So, just getting up, getting my steps in this morning. Let's go ahead and see what the buffet is like on this final sea day while we're headed back to San Diego. And yeah, thanks for following along so far.
So I'm going to take the stairs all the way from deck 5 to deck 12 just to get my steps in, get a little bit of physical activity today. We're almost there, deck 10. Stopped at Grand Pacific and it was closed, and everyone was walking up to it and they were surprised that it was closed. Well, we went back an hour today and Grand Pacific opens at 7:30, which is still kind of late for the last sea day, but we're almost there now. We're on deck 11. Alright, so as proof concept, I'm going to go ahead and have breakfast in La Cucina today. It's so much calmer than the buffet right now, so I would highly recommend that you check it out. Alright, so I hope that sort of, perspective of eating in La Cucina was helpful. I'm actually going to try something different for breakfast today, which is I'm going to go to Oceans for breakfast. Oh, someone's having a good time on the slot machine. So, yeah, we're going to check out Oceans because we've never had breakfast there. I'm kind of the belief it's probably the same menu. We'll find out, right? Okay, in the morning, Oceans is, a nice pace. It's not too busy. As you can see, there's plenty of open seating in Oceans right now. I, however, looked at the menu and it was quite small. And I just didn't really see anything that I wanted on that menu. So I think I'm going to go back down to Grand Pacific and we'll stick with our Oceans for lunch. Maybe not. But the short story is, if you happen to like what's on the menu, Oceans is a good option in the morning. I just didn't see anything I liked. And I should have sat down when I wanted to at Grand Pacific because now there's a bit of a line. So hopefully there's not too much of a wait. Unfortunately, there was some kind of accident on deck 7. Okay, so we got seated towards the back rear corner of Grand Pacific. There is a window view, which is nice. I do think we're going to be waiting here a while. It's quite busy in Grand Pacific, but that's okay. We'll make the best of it. I was really looking forward to Oceans, but there's just nothing on the menu that I liked. So today we're going to go with, yes, the pretzel roll sandwich. It's back. So we're going to go with. Alright, so after breakfast, I'm going to go just get some steps in. I'm going to do a walk around the main deck here, and then I'll probably head to the spa. And the boat is very visibly rocking up and down from front to back with the ocean. So as you're walking along, you can definitely feel the boat go up and then go down. There it goes. Alright, it's kind of fun to walk on the deck when the boat's doing that. And the waves are not going to get any better because they've strapped down the trash cans. That's how much rocking is happening right now. At the front of the ship now, you can really feel it and you can see the waves. This is stabilized, so it's probably not as visual, but those are, let me see. Those waves are 6 to 8 feet. Well, a little bit of drama added in today. As you may remember, this cruise happened during the peak of the government shutdown and my flight was canceled, and the time it was rebooked to was really a little bit too early for my liking. Additionally, there's a layover that makes the total layover longer than it would have taken to drive back to Las Vegas.
Nonetheless, I'll try to figure out if we can make some changes to that once I have more reliable internet access. As you can see, the CruiseNext desk is bopping. There's a huge line. This is why they do tell you not to wait till the last day. I definitely learned my lesson. But I think I'm going to try that wine tasting that we talked about earlier. There's a cake display in the lobby.
I will say the CruiseNext people tell you not to wait till the last day to go sign up for your CruiseNext, and I definitely did, and now I regret that. So don't.
2,750 meters, or around 9,000 feet.
Giving us a quick update while he does, we're getting prepared to go check out this wine tasting, which is in Bistro, which happens to be the same restaurant that we have tonight. So we get an early preview of Bistro along with a very nice walkthrough of a bunch of different red wines, as well as an explanation of the chocolate pairing.
Taste and discuss about the wine. Is it a sweet wine? Is it a dry wine? And then we conclude, you guys like it, prefer it with the chocolate or without the chocolate. So yeah, straight to it. When we're doing a wine tasting, we always start from the left to the right. No?
So for just $25, this is a really great primer into the wine scene. You get to learn about the various wines that you're drinking, as well as the reasons that they're paired with the chocolates that they're paired with. If you're new to wine tasting, I would highly recommend checking one out because it's very informational. You might learn things that help you, for example, in the rest of your trip in specialty or regular dining, picking the correct wine. So if you're wondering, of the values on the ship, I think the wine tasting is right up there near the top. It's a great lesson and a great deal.
Okay, so that wine tasting was at 12 o'clock, and I would have to say, if you are considering doing the wine tasting for $25 on the Jade, oh, it was so wonderful. So now we're going to go try to see if Grand Pacific is open for lunch. The line is still quite long at the CruiseNext desk. So after our exceptional wine tasting, which again, 5 out of 5 stars, truly a great experience, we're coming, instead of going to Oceans, we actually went back to Grand Pacific, believe it or not, for lunch. It's pretty busy here. I think we're going to be here a minute, but let's give it a shot. So we've got a pretty great menu. It's hard to beat that kind of view for your lunchtime dining experience. I've been really fortunate to get really great seating during my NCL dining experiences. I don't know if it's because I have a camera, but nonetheless, they've been really very accommodating, and I really appreciate it. So I'm going to enjoy my lunch with this amazing view of us steaming back towards San Diego, and I'll let you know how it goes.
I've noticed an increasing sort of volume of people heavily critical of Norwegian's dining and dining experience and the quality of the food. I have to say that comparably from what I've experienced on other brands, I think it still remains a really good value. And one thing I would advise you is if you're having a bad dining experience, just speak up and make sure that you make that known. They will do their best to make sure that you get something that you like. And I think a lot of people save their complaints until after their cruise, when if they just politely voiced up during the cruise, they might have a much better time. Nonetheless, a lot of people chose to use the buffet today on this sea day, and again, a lot of kudos go out to the NCL Jade buffet team. It's a difficult operation, but they do a really nice job. As you can see, there's no lines, and they kept the food moving really, really fast, really quickly. And I gotta say, like, when the buffet runs well, the ship runs well. It's a real friction point. I did grab a couple of little desserts since I was here. That's only the right thing to do. All right, I know I've said this a couple times. I'm just trying to share from my own learns. I waited for CruiseNext to the last day, and I ended up losing a good hour of productivity just because I was waiting in line. So don't do that. Go early.
All right, the wine tasting was spectacular. We stopped at the CruiseNext desk. We waited for about an hour and a half in line at the CruiseNext desk. So they do tell you, they say, don't go to the CruiseNext desk at the last minute. And I did. I learned my lesson. I think it's become my favorite bar because you got the jams all the time. So yeah, plus the bar's great. Wendy is the best bartender in town.
We're going to go to La Bistro tonight as my final finale of specialty dining. And there's the best bartender on the ship, Windy, right there. W-I-N-D-Y, Windy. So there's been some great music in front of Magnum and Mixtures. Over at Tankers, there's a couple of gatherings happening right now. And wouldn't you know it, I grabbed another of these Norwegian 66s. I swear, I'm not getting promoted by Norwegian to say this at all. But I love this dang old beer. It's really good. I highly recommend you trying one when you get on the ship. So this is Tankers, trying to get to that 6:30 comedy show. And it's a bop in front of Magnum. The number of times I've heard Sweet Caroline on this ship has been incredible. Definitely a prominent feature. But Bliss is definitely showing her age. Not the ship, the lounge. I'm getting sad. It's 6:30. Oh, somebody dropped a drink. It's okay. It happens. It's not your fault. It happens. Yeah. We're gonna go to the adult comedy show, which is probably a no recording kind of show. We're just waiting for the show to start. It's the 6:30 p.m. show. The adult comedy show. Probably, I would say 40% of the theater is full right now. All right, after the 6:30 show, we're back at Magnum's again, the best bar on the ship, in my opinion. And the music's been amazing. The vibe is really good. Everybody's really loving it. Everybody's feeling their feels on the last night of the cruise with some great piano music. But I did promise you that I'm going to go to Sugarcane Mojito, so we're going to go up to deck 13 after this song, of course. Okay, so as promised, we made it up to Moderno. Churrascaria, and in Moderno there is Sugarcane Mojito, which you do not have to be at Moderno to go to, and this is one of Ashley's favorite bars, so I wanted to check it out on the cruise. So I gotta get a mojito. And all right, I don't mean to brag, but I've met a lot of people tonight who have seen us on the sail away, so I just want to say thank you. It's really nice to have met all of you. I really think that we're building something special. We're an NCL-focused channel, tips and tricks, and really how to take control of your experience on Norwegian, which is really important because you deserve to have a good time. Unquestionably, the best drink I've had on the entire cruise was this cucumber jalapeno drink from Sugarcane. I called my wife to tell her, while she's at home doing everything at the house, I was like, I got a mojito in honor of you. She was not impressed. But it's still the best drink I've had on the whole cruise. So now I gotta get ready to go to La Bistro, and expectations are very high. La Bistro's never let me down on any ship. Alright, so I've reached the point of the cruise where I feel like I have to cram everything into one night, and it's getting very late, and I'm running out of time, and I'm now starting to be sad that I'm getting off this boat, even though this boat has given me a lot of troubles and a lot of challenges. Now I'm getting sad that I gotta get off the boat. Welcome to this review of La Bistro on Norwegian Jade, specialty dining restaurant. I booked it the last day at 8 o'clock. It's one of my favorite restaurants on Norwegian, so let's find out if it lives up to the hype. La Bistro is a specialty dining on NCL Jade, and it is a specialty dining on all ships. I paid for this review myself. I paid for my specialty dining as an upcharge. This is not sponsored by anyone, and I'm letting you know my honest opinion. I've done in La Bistro several times, actually every Norwegian ship I've been on, so I couldn't miss this one here. And I'm excited. I will tell you, the first indication is good. We got a nice window view. I can see the dark right there, the waves in the dark, which is nice. Ambiance is quite nice. The tablecloth did not get changed, which is kind of a bummer. You would expect that would happen in a specialty dining restaurant. Alright, so I start off with this endive salad, which looks really great. It's plated very well. And this is the goat cheese croquette. Looks interesting. It's plated spectacularly. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. So that is the lamb. It's plated to perfection. I'm so excited. Hope you're excited to imagine what it tastes like.
So we got dessert as well as a cheese tray to wrap up the evening. And I have to say that overall, my experience at Le Bistro tonight was a wonderful way to cap it off. I have zero problems recommending Le Bistro on NCL Jade. I think you're going to have a great time, and I will recommend you check it out.
It's dang near 10 o'clock at night on the last night, the 6-night cruise on the NCL Jade. And then the cruise after us is a 7-day cruise. Kind of feel like a ripoff. Whatever, that's fine. Anyways, so, you can see the people putting their bags out, getting ready to have their bags taken by the port folks. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. I'm going to film it as well. There's some new changes with immigration that I'm going to be filming. On the night of day 6, I will share the feedback I often have, which is I start out my cruise, like the first day is always the toughest because I'm so picky about my room and so picky about the ship and all that stuff. And then the last night, I just don't want to leave, And the Jade has been my most problematic ship to date. It's definitely been not my favorite ship. But, here I am. It's 10 o'clock. I don't want to go home. I wish I could stay on here a few more days. And I think what this ship has done is because it didn't have all the frills or the newest things, it forced me outside of my comfort zone, and it forced me to talk to people I might not normally talk to, and, had so much fun. I met so many wonderful cruisers on the ship who shared their life stories, what they like about cruising, what they're all about, and who they're all about. And for that reason, the Jade was an uncompromising, success. It was the people I met, the crew, the staff, and my fellow cruisers that really made this one special. So I'm going to go back up to Sugarcane, get that delicious spicy mojito, and probably grab one last karaoke before we head out. So that's going to be a wrap with that final mojito, a little bit of karaoke and Bliss, and then off to bed before ending our 6-day cruise on the Norwegian Jade. We're steaming back towards San Diego right now, and as we get closer to San Diego, we get closer to saying farewell to the end of our trip, which overall has been a mixed bag, but we'll tell you about our full review and total experience in a follow-up video. For now, the ship is heading towards San Diego. We're getting ready to head back to Las Vegas. Well, the last day of a cruise, I guess technically day 7, I don't know how you want to say that, but we're in San Diego now. It's time to hop out. There's an in-person immigration scan on the ship, which I've never experienced before, so we got to go to that. Then we got to get to San Diego, make our flight in time to get back to Las Vegas. Overall, disembarkation on the NCL Jade was a very solid process, very smooth. I went right through. I had really no crazy waiting while getting off the ship. You always get so excited when you get on a ship, and then when you leave a ship, you see it going behind you. You think about all the people who are going to get to go on after you and wonder, I hope they have a really nice time. So if you were getting on November 8th, I got the ship ready to go for you. She's primed and ready for you to have a great vacation. For the rest of you, if you're considering sailing on the Jade, I want you to know that I'm going to go through the entire Norwegian Cruise guest survey to give you final recommendations about the ship and whether I feel like you should add this to your itinerary or if it's better to add another ship. But for now, I'm going to walk across the street, grab a shuttle, and head to the airport. Please consider following along and checking out the whole playlist, days 1 through 6, a ship tour, restaurant reviews, and again, my final recommendation. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It does help out to produce this free content to make your travels better, safer. Join us again on the sail away.